Hello and welcome to another Wizard Wenzel YGO video. I have here 3 copies of the brand new Albaz Strike Structure deck, and I'm going to show you how you can play these cards in Dragon Link. If you're having difficulty getting multiple copies of the Structure deck, you're in luck, because this deck profile is only going to require the contents of one Albaz Strike Structure deck, as long as you have the Dragon Link cards already. But if you don't, getting 3 copies of the Structure deck is probably a good idea, because it has reprints of essential Dragon Link cards like Starleaf Saber. So let's get this deck open, and we can move on to the deck profile. Alright, let's get into the deck profile. We're playing 41 cards. Most of the standard Dragon Link stuff I'm not going to talk about too much, because you've probably seen explanations through either my deck profiles or someone else's on why you should be playing these cards in Dragon Link. So, Rocket Package, 2 Tracer, 2 Synchro, and 1 Recharger, with 2 Abs Router and the 2 Noctivision. All very standard for Dragon Link. The only debatable piece of that is how many Tracers you should play. You always want to see it, so I think you should play 3. Then 3 Safer, White Dragon, Wyver Burster, White Dragon Collapse Serpent, Cast Dragon Living here, pretty self-explanatory. And then we get into the hand traps. So, triple Nibiru, triple Ogre, triple Ash, double Veiler, and then 3 Gamma with the driver. So, in total, you're playing 14 hand traps, and I think that's a must, this format. Ash, I used to think wasn't as required, because you weren't really hitting as much last format. You'd hit maybe like Fateful Adventure or something like that. But now, with Brand of Fusion being so popular, you need to play this to hit the Brand of Fusion or the Fusion Destiny. Veiler dropped to 2, decided to make room for the Cyframe package, which, especially for things like Droll Muckboard being pretty popular in the format, you're going to want to play your copies of Gamma with your driver, even if it sucks drawing driver every time. So then, into the Albaz stuff. It's only 2 spots in the main deck. So, you're playing 1 copy Fallen Albaz and 1 Branded Fusion. This, you don't want to draw this. You're trying to send this off for Anaconda. And this, you don't really want to draw it either. You're either sending it off the Brand of Fusion, or you're summoning it with Heraldic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. And I'll get into that after the extra deck on what the 2 sort of plays with these cards are. So when we get into the spells, triple Chaos Space, triple Quick Launch, and then the Ravine and the Boot Sector, which is all very standard for Dragon Link at this point. So move on to the extra deck. We'll get into what is more familiar, and then we will move on to the fusion-specific stuff. So, you have your Synchros, Chaos Ruler, Savage, and Hot Red. You have your sort of Dragon Links, the Pisty, the Striker, the Romulus, the Seal, and then the Quad Boral. You have Dark as your generic link to climb into a Link 3, like Triple Burst, and then Triple Burst into the Exoscope Talker. Triple Burst over something like Nightmare Unicorn, because it does have that added utility with Guard Dragon Pisty, where you make Pisty under something like Romulus, then use an extra monster to go into Triple Burst, and then your Pisty is live to revive something. So into the fusion stuff. So we got 4 cards left in the extra deck. Verte, and you gotta expect at this point in any fusion deck, who knows when it's going to get banned, but while it's still legal, I'm going to keep playing it. So then we have Mirror Jade, we have Albion, and we have Borlode Furious. So the plays go as follows. If you get Nibiru'd with your Heraldic Seal up, similar to my last video about getting Nibiru'd, instead of summoning something like Red as Darkest Metal or Brotar, you summon Fallen Albaz, you discard 1 card, and then you fuse the Albaz with its own effect with the Nibiru on your opponent's side of the field, summon out Albion. use Albion's effect to fuse by banishing cards from grave or banish, you're going to have 2 Dark Dragons. So you summon out the Borload Furious, which gives you a quick effect pop on your opponent's turn. As well, in your following turn, you can banish it to summon a Dark Link monster from grave, with its effects negated. So you can bring back whatever Link 2, like your Verte, or anything else, to extend your plays into getting access code and OTK next turn. Mirror Jade is for when you send the Branded Fusion off the Verte Anaconda, so you'd be fusing the Verte Anaconda with your Fallen of Albaz. And then the Albion's there to send from extra deck for the banish. So, if you're summoning Albion, you're not going into Mirror Jade. If you summon Mirror Jade, you're not going to Borload Furious. So, kind of sucks having to waste that extra deck spot there, but it's a lot cheaper than playing Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. I know some people really don't like playing Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer in Dragon Link. The advantage you get by playing this engine versus the other one is that when you look at Fallen of Albaz, it is a level 4 Dark Dragon. So, it can go into Striker Dragon and go into Pisty. If you draw this in Noctovision Dragon, you can still go into all your combos. So, that's why I think this is a better alternative to Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, but it's up to you really what you want to play. So that's all I have for this deck profile. If you want me to walk through any other decks or any other variants of Dragon Link, let me know, and I'll try my best to do that. I'm prepping for some upcoming regionals, both remote and in person, so if I do well at any of those, I'll be sure to post deck profiles as well.